You wake up in the dark, heart pounding, trying to shake off the memory of a dream that felt all too real. Some dreams come as a blessing, others as guidance, but not all are from Allah. In this video, we uncover 7 eerie satanic dreams that may haunt you at night, but must be dismissed the moment you wake. Dream 1. Teeth falling out. One of the most disturbing dreams people experience is the sudden loss of their teeth. You may see yourself biting into something, only to feel your teeth crumble like sand in your mouth. Or perhaps you're standing in front of a mirror, horrified as one by one, your teeth loosen and fall to the ground. It feels so vivid that many wake up checking their mouths in panic. Across cultures, this dream is often linked with omens of death or the loss of a loved one. People carry its memory through the day, burdened with the thought that disaster is near. But Islam teaches us that not all dreams carry meaning. Many are whispers of Satan. This dream of teeth falling is one of his tricks, a nightmare crafted to disturb the believer's heart. Teeth symbolize strength, identity, and confidence. They are essential to speech and to the smile that reflects dignity. By showing teeth crumbling, Satan aims to strike at the believer's sense of stability. He wants you to wake with dread, doubting your health, fearing loss, or feeling that something vital is slipping away. The danger is not in the dream itself, but in what it plants in the mind: anxiety, fear, and despair. By remembering and interpreting it, one unknowingly gives weight to a lie. The truth is simple. Destiny is not written in teeth. Life and death are in Allah's hands, not in the illusions of the night. So if you ever wake from such a dream, do what the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, advised. Spit lightly to the left, seek refuge in Allah, and forget it immediately. The faster it fades, the less Satan's trick can cling to you. Dream 2. Hair falling out. Another unsettling dream is when hair begins to fall in great clumps, slipping through your fingers no matter how tightly you hold it. In the dream, your head may grow bald patch by patch, or your once full hair may litter the ground in tangled strands. The horror lies in its slow unraveling. You can feel yourself being stripped of something deeply personal. Hair has always carried symbolic weight. Across cultures, it represents beauty, vitality, and strength. In some traditions, it reflects dignity and status. To lose it suddenly and helplessly is to feel humiliated, weakened, and robbed of identity. This is why Satan plants this dream in the minds of many. He knows the image of hair falling is powerful enough to leave a believer anxious long after waking. The satanic aim here is psychological. By planting fear of sudden decay, Satan suggests that your life, health, or respect will soon crumble. He whispers that you are losing your strength, your youth, or the love of those around you. It is an attack on self-image, designed to create insecurity where none existed. Some people wake from such dreams checking their hair, staring into mirrors, or worrying about aging before its time. Others feel waves of dread, as if illness or disgrace is waiting around the corner. Yet all of this is an illusion. Hair falling in dreams is not a prophecy. It is not a sign from the unseen. It is only a satanic trick meant to burden your thoughts. The truth is that dignity, vitality, and beauty come not from strands of hair, but from faith, character, and deeds. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, reminded us that what is decreed for us cannot be taken by illusions. So when this dream comes, let it go. Forget it as you would forget dust blown away by the wind. Dream 3. Seeing yourself in a distorted mirror. Few dreams are as unsettling as looking into a mirror and not recognizing the face staring back. In such dreams, you may see your reflection shift and warp, your eyes stretched unnaturally, your skin darkened, or your mouth twisting into a grotesque grin. Sometimes, the face staring back is monstrous, alien, or empty, as though you have been stripped of your very humanity. The horror of these moments lingers because mirrors, in waking life, are symbols of identity. Satan uses this dream to corrupt the believer's self-image. A mirror is supposed to reflect truth, but in his deception, it becomes a weapon. By planting distorted reflections, he aims to make you doubt yourself, not only your physical being, but your worth, your value, even your faith. The whispered suggestion is that something is deeply wrong with you, that you are broken or unworthy. The danger lies not in the dream itself, but in how the mind interprets it afterward. A believer might wake with unease, carrying hidden shame, or questioning their identity. They may even link it with their spiritual state, thinking the distorted face represents inner corruption. But this is a trap. In truth, your soul is not defined by satanic illusions. Allah created every person with dignity, and that dignity cannot be erased by shadows in a dream. To accept these distortions as truth is to let Satan draw you into fear and self-hatred, distracting you from remembrance of Allah. When such a dream comes, it should be discarded instantly. It has no meaning, no prophecy, no insight into your soul. It is nothing but a mirror turned dark by Satan's whisper. Forget it, and remind yourself that your true reflection is in your actions, your prayers, and your faith, not in a twisted illusion of the night. Dream 4. Blood without wounds. Another eerie dream that often shocks people is the sight of blood flowing without any wound. You may see your hands dripping with crimson though you were never cut, or your clothes soaked in stains with no source. Sometimes, entire rooms or rivers appear filled with blood, surrounding you with a suffocating sense of doom. The terror of these dreams lies in the fact that blood is always linked with pain, injury, or death. To see it without cause is deeply disturbing. Satan plants such imagery to sow panic in the heart. The sight of endless bleeding suggests harm, vulnerability, and suffering that cannot be stopped. He wants the believer to wake in dread, fearing that disaster or tragedy is approaching. The subconscious begins to believe that harm is inevitable, that suffering is written and cannot be escaped. Psychologically, this dream is designed to create anxiety about pain and mortality. It convinces the dreamer that they are fragile, always on the brink of loss. In reality, however, there is no wound, no danger, and no prophecy. Blood without wounds does not exist in the natural order. It is an illusion manufactured by Satan. The true danger lies not in the dream itself, but in how one reacts to it. If remembered, it can create a cycle of fear, making the believer anxious at every turn. But Islam teaches us that our safety and harm are entirely in Allah's control. Satan can neither wound nor protect. He can only whisper. So when this crimson flood appears in your dream, let it vanish with the morning light. Do not search for its meaning. Do not carry it into your day. It is a trick, nothing more. Reality is clear, no wound, no blood, and no shadow of the night can touch what Allah has safeguarded. Dream 5. Faceless people staring at you. Imagine standing in a crowd where every person looks directly at you, yet not a single one has a face. Blank heads, hollow silhouettes, and unbearable silence. This is one of the most chilling dreamscapes a person can experience. The faceless figures seem familiar, as if they represent friends, family, or neighbors. But their emptiness creates a wave of unease. It leaves you questioning, who are they, and what do they want? In spiritual interpretation, this dream is nothing more than a satanic whisper. Faceless people are not real souls, but illusions meant to disturb a believer's heart. Satan uses this imagery to stir paranoia, making you believe that those around you may secretly hide ill intentions. It's an attempt to erode your trust in community, family, and relationships. Where Islam encourages bonds of trust and compassion, these visions try to plant suspicion, fear, and betrayal. The danger lies not in the dream itself, but in the after effects it leaves. A believer may wake up hesitant to confide in others, suddenly wary of those who were once close. This weakens unity, replacing it with isolation. In reality, Islam repeatedly emphasizes that division and distrust are the tools of Satan, not of Allah. The key is to recognize that faceless beings are shadows with no reality. They carry no truth, no prophecy, no revelation. They are nothing more than passing nightmares, tricks designed to unsettle. When such dreams come, discard them immediately. Do not dwell on them. Do not connect them with real people. And do not let them alter your heart toward those you love. Faceless figures are satanic illusions, not signs of hidden enemies. Unity, trust, and remembrance of Allah are the true defenses. Dream 6. Mouth filled with insects or stones. Few dream images leave such a lasting shudder as the vision of one's mouth overflowing. You try to speak, but instead of words, dirt pours out. Instead of prayer, crawling insects spill across your tongue. Instead of sound, jagged stones grind against your teeth. The struggle feels suffocating, a choking that silences your voice completely. This disturbing vision is a satanic attempt to attack one of the believer's greatest gifts, the ability to speak truth. The mouth, in Islamic thought, is not only for eating or breathing. It is the vessel of prayer, remembrance, and wisdom. Satan knows this, and so he strikes at the voice. By filling the mouth with filth, he plants the fear that one's prayers will never be heard, that words of truth will be silenced, or that one's very identity can be stripped away. The emotional aftermath is heavy. Such dreams may cause a believer to doubt their strength in speaking truth, to hesitate in making supplication, or to feel unworthy of being heard. They feed insecurity and self-doubt, eroding confidence in both faith and communication. But in reality, this is nothing more than a dream-born trick. Stones do not fill mouths. Insects do not silence prayers. Dirt cannot choke faith. The human voice remains as long as it remembers Allah. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught believers to spit lightly to the left and seek refuge in Allah when disturbed by nightmares. That simple act reminds us that such illusions carry no power. No illusion can steal your voice, your words, your prayers, your remembrance of Allah remain untouched. These dreams are nothing but fleeting whispers of fear. Dream 7. Rooms that keep changing. You find yourself in a house you recognize, perhaps your childhood home or a place you often visit. At first it feels safe, but then something strange begins to happen. The walls shift, doors close behind you. Familiar rooms lead into endless corridors. Every turn creates more confusion, and no matter how many doors you try, none of them lead outside. Instead, the dream traps you deeper and deeper into a maze without exit. This imagery is not a reflection of your reality, but a satanic design. It mirrors the feeling of being spiritually or emotionally lost, as though guidance has abandoned you. Satan uses this type of dream to symbolize despair, making a believer question whether they will ever find direction in life. The corridors, the looping rooms, the locked doors, they all serve one purpose: to create hopelessness. The spiritual danger here is significant. A believer who wakes from such a dream may carry the impression that they are lost in life, without clarity, without Allah's help. This can trigger doubt, depression, and hesitation in faith. But Islam firmly rejects this falsehood. Allah has made his path straight, clear, and attainable for those who seek him. Confusion and entrapment belong to Satan, not to the divine. The best response is to dismiss such dreams immediately. They have no prophecy, no revelation, no authority. If anything, they are proof that Satan fears your clarity, so he tries to replace it with fog. But his tricks are temporary. Allah's guidance is everlasting, unchanging, and accessible to all who call upon him. These shifting rooms are satanic illusions. The path of Allah is never a maze. It is straight, direct, and filled with hope. Disturbing dreams may feel powerful, but they hold no truth. From teeth crumbling to faceless crowds, from endless corridors to silenced voices, each vision is nothing more than a satanic trick. The Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, taught that when a dream brings fear, it should be forgotten, for it has no power over destiny. These nightmares cannot shape your future. They cannot harm your soul. They cannot dictate your life. Remember instead the clarity of faith, the strength of prayer, and the certainty of Allah's guidance. Let go of illusions. Live with faith, not fear.